Destiny XM202.
Remember, let's go to the phone and say hi to the cooler. It's Lady Di, everyone. Lady Di, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Ugh, how are you today?
Okay, pretty good.
How did the job interview go?
Huh?
Don't say hi to anyone. We're getting right to business. He doesn't care how you're doing.
How'd the job interview go?
The job interview? It went very well. I had to fill out an application, and I have to call him back today to find out if,
Well, you act like everybody fills out an application. It's not a big deal. I filled out an application.
She goes, it went very well. She went in and filled out an application
Was that a big
and left.
task for you, dummy?
And they said, don't call us, we'll call you.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Voss?
He doesn't. He's not going to answer that.
You know, just go ahead. What was your job interview for?
At a restaurant.
As a waitress.
I thought it was an interview.
Yes, but they had me fill out an application. I gave them my phone number first, but now they have me fill out an application.
As a waitress?
Yeah.
So they didn't interview you. They basically, there's help wanted signs.
Right.
I see them all over the city, and
Sure.
you go in and the worker there goes, oh, God, another one of you zero. Sure, here's an application. Fill it out, and maybe someone will get back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't
But
want
you're
to
one
tall
of probably
stat-
100
gotta
people
get
that have
back to
walked
them.
through that restaurant to fill out that application.
We don't want a statuesque blonde as our
Yes,
hostess.
I know. Wouldn't they want
Come on,
somebody
Lady Di.
that's not going to ruin their appetite? I mean,
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
No. They told me that they had me fill out an application, and I'm supposed to call them back sometime today.
They
They're not
told
open
you.
yet.
They told you to call them back.
Well, actually, he's supposed to call me back, but I think I'm going to call him back.
Yeah, don't call us. We'll call
Where-
you.
So you never
No,
talked to
no,
the
no,
you
you
never
never
talked to a
know.
manager or anything or the owner of the place, right?
It's the owner of the place.
But you never spoke to him. All you did was walk in, say, "Hi, can I have an application?"
No.
Filled it out.
I walked in, and I said, I asked for the owner, and I sat at the bar, and I
Yeah.
had Sprite. I didn't have anything to drink. I had Sprite, 2 glasses of Sprite.
Well, look at you showing some self-control. You were
But-
able
but
to not drink
then the
during
owner-
During a job interview.
during your job interview. That's great. That's
Right.
all right.
And she probably
Wow.
told the guy that, too.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not drinking.
I'm not drinking. He doesn't even know that she's an alcoholic
He
mess.
doesn't know I drink anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, they can't
Oh,
tell.
yeah.
They can't look at you and say what went wrong.
Yeah, they can't
You know,
tell by the stringy hair and the tomato face.
The yellow eyes.
Right.
And the broken blood vessels in your nose.
No, that's not true.
The Carl Malden nose. we couldn't tell you were an alcoholic. Really. 2 different color socks and 1 sneaker. We couldn't tell you had a problem. All right?
No.
So you
and
sat
no.
down at the bar, and who gave you the application?
The owner.
The owner was actually there.
Yeah.
And did you speak with this owner and tell him your qualifications?
Yes.
And what did you say?
Well, he knows because I put it down in the application. He knows I used to be a waitress before, because I was a waitress before.
During your acting career, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Go
How
ahead.
long ago was that?
How long ago?
You know,
I think I just got out of high school.
Lady Di, the reality is that these restaurant owners hire the hottest applicants
Well,
Yeah.
because there's no real skills involved
I
as
was
far
there
as getting
already.
someone's food.
Right.
So now they're thinking, okay, I got all these people that came in. They're going to remember the hot blonde that maybe just got out of college and is in between jobs and could help him out for maybe, I don't know, a
that's
season or
what
something.
happens.
Guy might
what
invite his
happens. I don't know
friends
what
to
to
dinner
say.
and go, "Hey, you want to go to this restaurant? There's this babe working there, man. You
Right.
got to check her
The
out."
reality
Yeah.
is,
There you go.
prove me wrong. That they hire hot women to be the waitresses,
We
the
went-
hottest of the applicants.
We went out last night to eat, and the waitress was so hot. And I go to Bonnie. I go, she's from Russia. She's so hot. She's banging the owner. Just to stay in the country.
Right.
You got to have something to bring to the table, Lady Di.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Except aside from your huge appetite.
Yeah.
Let's go to John in Jersey. John,
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Huge appetite.
shut up. John,
Listen, I worked at a restaurant, man, and when we'd be hiring, these chicks would come in, and they'd ask for an application, and you'd say, yeah, here you go, fill out the application, and somebody will call you. if the chick was hot, you put a little mark like an H in the top corner.
Yep.
And when she was a disgusting mess,
Yeah.
you'd put another little mark. You'd have like a little code. So this way the manager would be going through the applications, and I'd sit there in his office while he did it, and he'd go through and he'd take the little, the one mark. He'd say, all right, we'll call her back, let her interview, see if she's going to work. And the other ones go right in the fucking garbage.
Yeah, I mean, discrimination
That's
is.
where your fucking application went.
Yeah, discrimination is happening big time in the restaurant business. Trust me.
How do you feel about that, Lady Di? Your old garbage application.
I'm not saying a word. If they hire me, that's great.
Well, they're not going to hire you.
Where was it? In Jersey?
Yeah.
Where, on 22?
No, not on 22. No, in Garwood.
All right, Julie in New York.
You know what they did with her application? Just colored in a little Laurel and Hardy mustache at the top corner. Let everybody know.
Oh, please. She probably handed in with gravy on it.
Guys, we have a real girl calling the program.
A girl!
Julie?
Hey guys, hey boss.
Hey, what's
Hi,
happening?
Julie.
Hi, Diane. Listen, I don't usually have much sympathy for people who don't want to find a job, but I do manage a temporary company, and if you are truly interested in getting a job, I'll give Steve or Eric or whatever my phone number, and you can call, and I'll set up an appointment for you.
Oh. And what is this line of work?
I manage a temporary to perm staffing company, the largest international company in the world.
Would Lady Di need secretarial skills then?
Some.
We would test her to see what she's capable of doing.
Probably hot tar or roofing.
She's capable of drinking. We know that.
Well,
How is that?
No,
Could she
no,
get
no,
a temp job drinking?
well, give your interns one of the phone number, and then I'll call her.
Do you have a job for a girl that hangs out with a troll?
I'm not going to waste my time, my employees' time, or my resources
Ooh.
on someone who's not going to pull through and actually do the job.
You got to follow through on this, Di.
Well, yeah.
All right, Julie, the reality is
The
reality is she doesn't have the qualifications for something like this, but we'll give it a
no,
shot.
no,
we
come
have
on,
light
come on.
industrial work. If she can move a box,
Can you move a box?
She walks one around every day. But it's
drive a
old and
forklift.
smelly.
All right, hold on, Julie.
Work in a warehouse.
okay.
All right, we'll get
You
Julie's
are a
info.
warehouse.
That'd
Get
be
Julie's
nice.
info and give it to Lady Di after we're done with her.
Okay.
Tony in the Bronx thinks Di is lying. We know that
I'm
already.
not lying.
Di
She's a
lies
compulsive
all the
liar.
time.
Why would I lie?
All right,
Because you're a compulsive liar.
all right, you don't lie about things?
Well, so I tell little white lies every once in a while, but I don't lie about something like that. I did go over there and fill out
Lady
the
Di.
application. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living with roommates?
With the roommate?
Yeah.
About a couple of months.
No, but over the years you've had roommates, right?
Well, my ex-husband.
Is it true?
Here.
Is it true you had roommates when you were working at Budweiser?
Yeah. I had one roommate when I was working at Bud.
Oh, you did.
And what happened to that roommate?
I don't know. He stayed here
Liar.
for a couple of weeks.
What?
He stayed here for a couple of weeks and then he left.
And then what happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him.
He
Was
left, Opie.
I don't
Said
know
he
what
left.
happened.
You really don't know what happened to your roommate?
No.
You weren't questioned by anybody about your old
he
roommate?
He took off. And after a couple of weeks of living here,
And what happened to him?
I don't know. He got a job and he just left.
You never had a roommate that might have had something happen to him.
No. Like what? What would happen to him over here?
Never questioned by certain authorities?
No.
No, huh?
I never had anybody, I mean, he just took off. He just said,
I
okay,
got
I'm
some.
going to go. And
I got
said, okay,
some.
go.
I got
Go ahead.
some really good information. You're sure
Yeah.
that you were never in a situation where one of your roommates had something happen to them,
No.
and
never.
that you and maybe another roommate were questioned by the authorities.
No.
Not that you had anything to do with what happened to this
Right.
person, but they just
What are you
questioned
getting at?
questioned you guys to maybe get some background information on this person.
No. Not at all.
I tend to believe her. She's so honest all the time.
Well, you know what?
She's
Look,
breathing
there was-
heavy. She's breathing
I don't
heavy.
know what to tell you about that, but if there's situations that I have to get the authorities involved, which is not really that many.
Not many. You
it's-
call the authorities because your current roommate hid your booze on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's something that happened in a blackout that you might not remember.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, if people start, I don't care what they fuck around with over here.
Lady Di, here's the deal.
But,
Here's the deal.
But if you're going to fuck around with my property or me or anything like that, which he only messed around with my property.
Well, he hid your what? Wine or beer?
He hid my wine.
Who was it?
The wine
Jack
that
Lemmon?
I pay for.
Dude,
And I was pissed.
and this was Christmas Eve, right?
Christmas night.
Yeah, Christmas
She
night.
was all drunk. The roommate decides she's had too much to drink.
She wanted to drink away the bad memories.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that her own son is somewhere else
anyway.
celebrating Christmas because she's an unfit mother. So she figures I'm feeling
unfit mother stuff already.
She's figuring, you know what? I need to forget all this stuff, so I'm going to get really plastered. And the roommate got involved.
Yeah, the roommate decided she's had enough and hid her wine. And instead of just thinking, yeah, you know, maybe I've had a little too much to drink if my roommate is hiding my wine from me, maybe Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, whatever it was, shouldn't be spent in an inebriated plaster on the floor.
And I was not inebriated or plastered.
Stop
I
it.
just don't like people messing around with my property.
Right, of course. That's why.
Absolutely clear.
So she dials 911. She calls 9 effing
Christmas
11 on Christmas Day
or night,
because
whatever.
The roommate hid her booze, and which starts, you know, one of those episodes of Cops Domestics where she's screaming, "It's Christmas!" The cops are laughing because you're just drunk and a mess.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You know, he's still my roommate. So
Anybody who's getting drunk, anyone who's getting so drunk on Christmas that they're calling the police because their roommate hides their booze is really disturbed. Why would anyone get so hammered as to forget reality?
It's okay. We already settled this. You know, and it ain't going to happen again.
Well, no, because he doesn't live there.
If you take charge of your own life and maybe if maybe you'd stop this insanity and drinking and fighting through the greenhouse looking for the bottle, you know, and then maybe things would turn around. Maybe, no, listen to me, stupid. You know, all the excuses and all this crap, oh, my roommate did this and that. Well, if you put yourself in that position, if you take control, maybe you wouldn't even have to worry about if they're going to hire you at a diner, okay? Maybe you'd have something else, you know, because, you know, all the fingers you're pointing at everybody else, they're all coming back at you. You point one finger, you're pointing 3 back at yourself. Thank you. That was that's my little thing, you know.
First of all, it's not a diner that I applied to.
Well, whatever it is, you got to understand something. Where is your life headed? You have no career. You have no skills.
Yes, I do.
You're looking at a restaurant waitress job that girls take when they get out of high school or college while they're working on their lives. This isn't somewhere you end up while you're middle-aged. You know, what are you going to do with yourself? You're a mess.
No, I'm not a mess.
You're a mess.
You're in denial. You're completely.
No, will you stop coming?
Matt from Jersey. The only way Lady Di is going to get tipped as a waitress is if she puts on a cow suit and falls asleep standing up. So listen.
He's sending in the same joke he sent in the other day.
Oh, really?
No.
It's the exact same joke that was sent in the other day.
I need to pay more attention.
Listen, I put in also for warehouse jobs.
All right, Lady Di.
I did that.
All right, this isn't the reason why we got you on the phone today. We're going to play a little game. If I could prove that you're lying when I'm about to, when I give you the info, then you are dead to the program.
Oh, come on.
Dead to the program.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
So, with that said,
What's that supposed to mean?
did you ever have a roommate where something happened to him and you guys were questioned?
Yeah.
Now it's yeah.
No,
I
got really.
Want me to tell you?
Listen, I got really good info. So we're gonna gamble.
Go ahead.
You either tell the story, or if you lie about it and we find out that it was true, then you're dead to us. We're sick of your lies.
I'm not lying to you.
So instead of me giving the info to the entire country, why don't you tell everyone what happened to one of your old roommates?
She says I'm not lying, yet she said no, it didn't happen, nothing, and now...
Wait, hold on. The old roommate that I used to have over here left.
Okay.
No cops were called, nothing.
What happened to him?
He just left. He got a job and he left. That's it.
How do you get a job if you died?
No one died over here.
Well, not over there, maybe.
No one died, period.
You never
over
had
here that I know of.
You never had a roommate that died.
No.
And the police came over to question you and maybe somebody else.
No.
Well, I got to find the email and talk to.
All right, Di. You know that if we do find out that you're lying, you will never again be on the show, and we are completely serious about it.
That. No, I'm not lying to you.
Never a roommate when you were working maybe at Budweiser?
Okay.
Yeah? Did you have a roommate when you worked at Budweiser?
No.
No.
I mean, I had a boyfriend, but I never had a roommate.
A boyfriend?
Well, my son's father. But you really couldn't consider him a roommate.
Well, I don't know how you can consider him a boyfriend.
But I don't know what to tell you about that.
How about the guy that died?
What guy that died?
I don't have the email in front of me, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot and I deleted all my my mail. But the guy's a faithful listener to the show. I'm sure he'll send it back again, and I know who he was. But it was some guy.
Come on.
It was some guy that worked with you at the Budweiser plant that wrote me and says he swears that you had a roommate that ended up dying, and there was you and another roommate that was questioned.
Bullshit.
Not questioned as in you had something to do with his passing, but they definitely, questioned you guys because you guys were all living together.
No, wrong. I don't know who this person is that used to work with me, but no. That is not true.
Well, if we find out that it is true.
Well, you can find out whatever you want, but that's not true.
We will have no more use for you.
Roommates anyway, living here at the same time.
Huh?
I never had two roommates over here.
How long have you been where you are right now?
I've been here 10 years.
10 years.
How about a transient you just picked up to stay at your house?
Yeah, maybe you're
I've been
both
here
drunk
for 10
together.
years. Before that, I lived in Elizabeth.
You were sitting next to Faye Dunaway.
No, I've been here for 10 years.
Been here 10 years. I'm a drunk mess.
Originally I was married and my husband was living here. My ex-husband was living here.
No, there's something going on. There's definitely something going on. Oh, shoot, I just hung up on her. What an idiot.
Good.
Glenn from New Hyde Park.
Hey, guys. This fat slob 2 seconds ago said she had a roommate when she worked at Budweiser. Now she says she didn't.
She lies like it's a constant barrage of lies.
I can't stand. I hate her. She's an awful, awful human being, and I hope she dies. Punch it out.
Just call her Lady Lie now. It's not Lady Di. Lady Lie.
Well, all right. We'll get to the bottom of it. This guy swears it's true.
Oh, we'll do our research.
Andre.
I just woke up to this again. Every morning I hear your stupid voice.
She's gone. Oh, no, wait. She's back. Hold on.
All right. She should be gone.
Hold on. We'll put her on with you.
Hold on.
Please, go ahead. Because today she cried.
Lady Di.
Yes. What happened? We got cut off.
Oh, yeah, cut off.
Cut your head off.
Phone probably got cut off.
No. First of all, I never had two roommates live, all three of us live together. I never had that. I never did that.
They couldn't stand you. That's why. They wouldn't want to live under the same roof as you.
What? My God,
shit
man.
on the rug.
Did you know someone that died?
Brother again?
Yes, this is stupid. She's so stupid. Why do you keep calling? Diane, why do you call?
him.
Diane, why do you call this show?
Because
Why?
I want to call the show. Why do you call the show?
No one wants to hear from you. No one wants to hear from you. Just like your son. They don't want to be near you.
Excuse me, don't bring up my son anymore. Come on.
How old's your son, Diane?
He's 14 years old. Leave him alone.
No, he's not coming home to you, and that's the best idea for him.
No.
And you got a
wrong.
Puerto Rican saying that?
You were absolutely wrong.
He's never coming home to you. You understand
He will be
that?
back here.
He's no good at your house because you will beat him.
What?
You will get drunk, and he'll be in the worst
get off the phone.
You understand?
What's wrong with you? Do you have any kids?
You probably sell him on the black market for money for booze.
What?
You understand
Come on.
that? You're an
my
unfit
son.
mother. You are an unfit,
He's
horrible
14
mother.
years old. Leave him alone.
Head enough bombs a better mother than you. You understand that?
No.
And that's the
Stop
truth.
it already.
You are a terrible mother, and he will never
Stop
come
it.
back.
Stop.
Stop. Because you will
Do I have
sell
to
him
argue with you?
for booze. You will trade him on the street.
I would. No, I
Yes,
would not
you will
do
because
that.
you are a drunk and you don't know any better.
And you
You'll
better
never
not go
get a
marry
job.
that too, because she's gonna go right down your throat.
What is she fucking babbling
Chew
about?
you out.
Take this stupid idiot.
Because you know why? You know why? Because are you there?
No, he doesn't need to be.
He
here.
hung up on you.
Look,
Yeah, he was done
good.
with you.
I'm glad he hung up
he
on
did
me.
a great job.
Look, that's
He made a great point
That's
about selling
Marion's
your son on the street for
godson.
booze.
that is Marion's godson.
So?
Okay, so
And you think she's honestly proud?
well, of course she's proud to be her godmother, his godmother.
What do you do? What's a day consist of when you don't work and you don't do anything?
Just glug, glug,
What
glug.
do they consist of?
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'm not
you,
looking
listen
for
here,
a
listen to
job.
me. Shut up, Wafflehead. You fill out one dumb application.
No.
Go
No,
fill out a
not
bunch
one
of
dumb
applications.
application.
Get a paper
Several
route. Do
applications.
something.
All right. Well, we're gonna. It's a story that's in progress.
We'll
but
find out
I'm
about
gonna
this.
find out more info.
Go ahead.
You should make her go to 90 meetings to get back on it. You just got to do something.
No, we
positive.
tried. We had a guy that was
Dave?
willing to get her in the program and walk her through it, and she blew him off already. So that's why I have no sympathy for her at
Probably
all.
have him on the phone right now.
At all.
Oh. How old? You can't ask how old you are, but when you graduated high school, who was the president?
Who was the president?
I mean, how old are you?
She's
You're
about
40.
40.
I think Ronald Reagan.
All right,
I
Lady
think it was Ronald Reagan. I'm not,
Lady Di, we're done with you. Okay.
Done.
See?
One last chance. Did you or did you not have a roommate that died?
No, I did not have a roommate that passed away.
All right, liar.
What do you mean, all right, liar?
All right, liar.
I'm not kidding.
Keep lying.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, there's Lady Di.
There she goes.
This guy
Lady lie.
swears it's true. Worked with her at Budweiser.
I would believe some guy, I have no clue who it is, sending an email quicker than I would believe anything that comes out of her fat yaw.
There's a story there.
Oh, how sad is that life? I mean, there's a guy that died upstairs from my mother's house. And did I ever tell you this in the bag? He was spanking it in the bag, and he put a plastic bag over himself.
Why are people still freaking doing that?
He spanked it and passed out in the bag and died. But
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
But the good thing is the corner. I mean, it's good for a corner. You just come, pick up the plastic bag, and take him out. You know what I mean?
So what?
They found they didn't know where he was, and then
I think that's how Paul Lynde died too. By the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I went on the death tour in L.A. and I think that's how he died. He
Paul
did that.
Lynde?
Yeah,
Putting the bag over his head?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He was
as
center
was
bag.
whacking off or something. I'm not positive, but I
a
think
few people
remember
have gone
something like that.
The
But
guy
don't you
from
have somebody
In
with?
Excess.
Shouldn't you get somebody with you to
If you
take
had
the
someone
bag
with you,
off
you
you?
wouldn't be jerking off. You just kind of, or what was the guy with from In Excess? Like put a belt around his neck.
Oh, they
put it on a doorknob and kind of put his weight on his neck and was cranking himself.
But then
he
he
must have
passed out.
passed out, and now he's hanging.
Oh.
Can't you just jack off?
I know.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Maybe use a finger or two when you're.
Whatever. What's wrong with just grabbing your right hand, grabbing hold, and cranking away? What do you need to choke yourself? Put a bag over your head? Bring in all kinds of toys?
All right, here's what I want. I want you to smash me with this 2x4 as I'm jacking off.
Just get it over with. I remember years ago when you first get the internet, years ago, and you find pornography, and I would troll for hours looking at smut for hours, and just spend time, jacking and looking at the pictures and stuff, and then when you finish, you're like, well, I wasted so much time. I should have just finished up hours ago. And you wind up wasting so. Just grab hold
And just
give a
jack.
few times. Get it over with.
So you can move on with your
Move
life.
on. Do something. Go fill out some job application. Get your son back.
You make a really good point.
Sometimes you just spend much too much time and energy jacking.
Yeah.
My friend would take the government blocks of cheese, and he'd put a hole in it, and he'd put it in a microwave and warm it a little, and then he'd bag the government blocks.
Warm cheese.
Yeah, but he was a heroin addict, so he went to pour in the microwave, and he didn't realize that he left the government cheese with a hole in it.
Stop.
I'm not lying. I'd call him right now. You can ask him, Joe. And
Did you have a roommate that died once?
No, upstairs the guy died.
No, I know. All right. Well, Anthony, we got some propaganda audio.
Yes.
This was the stuff to rally the troops, rally the nation. It
Back in the olden days.
It was heard on regular radio.
Back when they smoked Luckies.
That was a really funny bit yesterday. So the first song we're going to hear is Remember Pearl Harbor, better known as Wipe the Jap from the Mat. Can you imagine if we did this today? The outrage that would be out there?
Why can't we put out an Iraqi song where we sing about how we got to, kill the towel heads? Because these were popular songs. These weren't just niche things that were recorded that people were like, oh, that's awful. This rallied the nation.
There's one from the Andrews Sisters.
See? Very popular.
Didn't get much bigger than that back in the day. And they have a song called You're a Sap, Mr. Jap.
So many things rhymed with Jap back then. So easy to write a song. You're a sap, Mr. Jap.
All right, let's listen to just a piece of Remember Pearl Harbor.
All right.
Wipe the Jap from the map.
Remember Pearl Harbor when you sight down the barrel of your gun. Remember Pearl Harbor, never stop till you drop everyone. Give 'em bomb for bomb, give 'em shell for shell, kill 100 rats for every boy that fell. Remember Pearl Harbor, wipe the Jap from the map, give 'em hell.
Brush your teeth. Brush. Oh, sorry. It sounded like that.
Down on the wide blue sea, a warrior isle of sunshine lay so peacefully. Then from the sky without warning, the vultures swarmed to attack. Hiding behind their peace talk, they stabbed our boys in the back. Remember Pearl Harbor, every hour, every day that we live. Remember Pearl Harbor, and the crime we can never forgive. Through the sweat and toil, through the blood and tears, keep this battle cry ringing in our ears. Remember Pearl Harbor, let the song keep us strong through the years.
All right, enough of that. So
Remember Hiroshima. Yeah, I think we won in the end. I think I know how that turns out. I think we persevere and remember Pearl Harbor and barbecue a couple of 100,000 of them.
A little more than that. A little more than that. So it's just amazing. I mean, if you had these type of songs today, the outrage.
I know. You should do that.
All right, the next one.
Stupid insurgents. What rhymes with insurgent? Maybe that's why there's no songs. They give the enemy stupid names now. You can't. How the hell are you going to do that?
The next one, just a piece. We're going to have to slap the dirty little Jap.
We're going to have to slap the dirty little Jap?
And Uncle Sam's the guy who can do it.
Of course he is.
Written by Bob Miller, performed by Carson Robinson, typo, hopefully.
Who wrote Slap the Little Jap? Ed Norton?
They were good. I remember they opened.
We're gonna have to slap the dirty little Jap, and Uncle Sam's the guy who can do it.
Yeah!
We'll skin that streak of yellow from the sneaky little fella, and he'll think a cyclone struck him when we're through it. We'll take that double-crosser to the old woodshed. We'll start right on his bottom, and we'll go to his head. When we get done with him, he'll wish that he was dead. We've gotta slap the dirty little Jap. Uncle Sam's a man who's given a helping hand to many a foreign land, don't forget it. But when somebody goes to tromping on his toes, they'd better guard their nose or they'll regret it. We're gonna have to slap the dirty little Jap, and Uncle Sam's the guy who can do it. The Japs and all their hooey will be changed into chop suey, and the rising sun will set when we get through it. Their alibi for fighting is to save their face, for ancestors waiting in celestial space. We'll kick their precious face down to the other place. We gotta slap the dirty little Jap.
Goddamn Japs. You wanna go out and get them now?
We're gonna have to slap the dirty little Jap. And Uncle Sam's the guy who can do it.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't fool you, mister. He can raise an awful blister, and somebody's pants will burn before we're through it. We'll reach across the ocean and grab that yellow Jap and turn him upside down right on democracy's lap. We'll blister his axis and do it with a snap. We gotta slap the dirty little Jap. Uncle Sam is mild, as peaceful as a child, but never get him riled or you will rue it. So now they want to fight. Well, they bit off quite a bite, and Uncle Sam is going to make them chew it. We're going to have to slap the dirty little Jap, and Uncle Sam's the guy who can do it.
All right, you get the idea there. It goes on forever, but
of course it does.
I smell bit, Anthony. I smell bit.
Yeah?
I think the listeners are talented enough to come up with some current propaganda songs.
A little few titles for Iraq.
Yeah.
We're going to have to cracky the dirty little Iraqi.
But you have to have it sung in this fun-loving way, like they did back in the day.
Back then, they could dance to that. Lovely.
I don't know. I just loved it when we were all just openly racist.
Yeah,
the days.
Because
we weren't even trying to hide it back then.
Who are you kidding? We're all racist.
Yeah. That yellow
Every single
Jap.
person that listens to this program has racism in their blood. I don't care if you're a black guy listening, a white guy, a trucker, a mom,
a dirty little Jap,
or even a dirty little Jap. We are all racist. The problem is that we just make believe we're not nowadays. Back then, it was open.
People didn't care.
Man, I used to hang out at the Legion with my dad when he was alive, and man, these guys would just trash each other.
Of course.
There was a Jewish guy there, a black guy there, a Polish guy, an Irish guy, an Italian, and these guys would just go at each other's throats.
They all walked into a bar.
Yeah, they had the best racist jokes that they just would pound each other with.
Yep.
Pound each other. And my dad explained this is just how it was when he was growing up.
Yeah.
The good old days when the Klans just hated colors. Remember that? They expanded. I remember, what? See, that's the problem.
Oh, that was the problem?
But back then, no one hid behind political correctness. Everyone was just openly racist.
Even in war now, you can't be racist, which is hysterical. You're over there, you're killing people, which is good, but you should at least, be allowed to write little ditties like this.
Yeah.
They did it back then. The Japs came over and bombed Pearl Harbor, and they wrote some songs about it. And, it wasn't like that nice little Asian gentleman needs a talking to.
Right.
No, it was, got to slap the dirty little Jap.
Well, we have to be careful with the coverage. We were talking about this a while ago, but it was brought up on TV the other day. Another suicide bomber.
Yes.
They had a big story about another suicide bomber. And, no, it's called
Yeah. Homicide bomber is what Fox News calls them.
No, are you serious?
Because they don't want
to.
They don't want to put the focus on the bomber. They want to put the focus on the people that were killed. So instead of calling it a suicide bomber, they call it a homicide bomber. But meanwhile, any bombing that kills someone is a homicide bombing, whether the guy plants the bomb and runs away or straps it to his body and dies. The thing that separates it is the fact that the suicide bomber is blowing himself up. So a homicide bombing means nothing.
Right.
A roadside bombing is a homicide bombing if it kills somebody.
Yeah.
Fox News trying to be politically correct, trying to alter your viewpoint a little bit. They don't call Marine snipers on Fox
sharpshooters.
News. They're called sharpshooters.
Yeah.
Because sniper has bad stigma to it.
And they don't call them terrorists; they call them freedom fighters or something.
Well, some of them do, but maybe Al Jazeera. Who calls them freedom fighters?
I don't know. They don't call them terrorists. They call them something. I'll get back to you on that.
Get back to me on that one.
You go in the airport, you get checked by Arabs. Are checking me. To get on a
Really?
plane. You never seen at the airport.
I've seen that.
You know, they're checking me to see if they have it. What they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's. We were in L.A. in the airport. They had a sign in American, and then they had a sign under it in Arabic. Why?
Really?
I'm not lying. A big, whatever. Don't do this, do that. In Arabic and American.
That was good. Anyone that reads it, you can see who's looking at it and sweep them right up.
Oh, that's a good
Take them in the
right.
back and work them over with the phone book.
Yeah, whose eyes are going from left to right?
Yeah. See whose eyes are
or is it
going the
right
wrong
to
way.
left? Or how do they read?
Reading that drivel.
How do you read that? It's backwards, right?
Oh, they're all backwards.
So it's right
Dirt
to left,
people.
starting from the bottom, working
Dirt
their way
people.
up. I don't know. All right, we got to take a quick break because I just noticed that Mark Patrick is on the line. We want to talk to him about some football and other things. And then we'll get back to more of these songs. We got a few others. We got Your Sap, Mr. Jap.
They like that sap thing.
And Goodbye Mama, I'm off to Yokohama.
You can use that one. Goodbye Mama, I'm hunting Osama.
There you go.
Something like that.
I'm feeling a bit, though. I'm smelling it. I'm smelling the bit.
What is Patty doing?
Brand new propaganda songs.
You sure you're smelling the bit? Or no, okay.
No, we took care of the Earth thing already.
All
Sucker Patty is outside the studio. Yes, we'll talk to her as well. Quick break, and then we got Mark Patrick next.
Learn to play poker with the Opie and Anthony Show.
No. Oh, God. She spilled my chips.
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
Now clean it out! That's right. Be a poker player, just like your father.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Are you happy now, Opie? Are you happy?
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. The O&A virus spreading across America. Changing subjects just a little bit for a few minutes here, Anthony.
Yeah, then we'll get back to our
propaganda songs.
Propaganda.
Because people coming up with all sorts of songs that we should be playing.
Yes.
A lot of people mentioning some of the John Valby songs about Osama and Iraq and Saddam and terrorism. We say bring back the propaganda songs.
Love them.
But first, let's go to the phones and say hi to Mark Patrick. Mark, what's up?
Trying to figure out what rhymes with Foxborough. It's like orange. I don't think there's anything that rhymes with Foxborough, is there?
No, Foxborough. No.
Yeah,
I can't do a propaganda song about that.
I guess we could start with the Pats because our own Ben Sparks, who's the producer of our radio show, is a huge Pats fan. They're favored over the Colts. And I don't know.
I don't mean to add to the propaganda, but I just learned through NFL security sources that Ben and Ricky Williams have been planting weed.
Yeah.
Between the hash marks. When they're hash marks.
The field's going to be a mess anyway.
Well, they haven't covered the field.
Yeah, what is this about now? They're cheating.
They're not cheating. They deserve the right. They won 14 games.
Well, Ben, explain this really fast. What are they doing up there in Foxborough?
They let the field. They didn't cover the field, so it rained on the field.
It rained on the field, so now it's going to be muddy.
Right.
And why would the Pats want this?
Because they tend to play better, and Manning doesn't tend to play well in this condition.
In the mud.
Aren't they growing potatoes, Ben?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
They want to feed the fans.
Yeah,
they want to help out the tsunami victims.
Yeah, they decided to start growing rice up there in Foxborough.
That's what Foxborough looks like. It looks like tsunami. There are cars being pushed across the end zone, big trees, bodies on the field.
Do you guys remember in '82 when Ron Meyer, who was just this side of being the coach in the longest yard, they were lining up a field goal attempt to win the game against Miami, and it was snowing like crazy, and he had the guy come out
with the snowblower
release.
Yeah, the guy was work release. He was just out of prison, and what he was the one that plowed the field.
Yeah, came out with a little snowblower and made a little path right to the ball.
It was one of those giant round brooms.
Yeah,
he just ran across it like some big dummy.
Yeah, no one told him. He just did it on his own.
Well, Ron Meyer.
Yeah, right.
But this doesn't seem very legal. Or at least very ethical.
The NFL inspected the field, though, and they said it's okay. They did. I just read that online a little while ago.
You know this is going to backfire.
Of course, all the things like this always backfire.
Manning's going to have the game of his career now because of this. You know that's what happens in these situations.
They've got everything going. I mean, New England has everything going in their direction, though. To start that game at 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon, even if it's balmy, by the time it's 4:30, it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. That's right.
And then you're going to have that like mud ice combo.
There's nothing more miserable than a wet, cold field. You're better off to have it frozen and snowing than you are wet and cold.
Yep.
I think. But.
Yeah.
You think the Pats are going all the way this year?
No.
It's the Steelers, right, bro?
No, I really think it's the Colts.
You think the Colts are going to get the job
done? A lot of people think the Colts are going to win. The whole thing.
If they get past this game, I mean, this is their Waterloo. They just can't beat New England. I think they've won twice in the last 15 times they've seen New England. And Peyton Manning's got some kind of weird psychological thing to overcome in this game. But if all of that, saying all of that, they've really lost the last 2 times they've played them in Foxborough just because of turnovers. So if they can stop that, I think they're a better team because New England's secondary is just beat up right now.
Yeah, we're missing Ty Law and Poole, so yeah. But, we'll see what happens.
Oh, he's making the excuses.
I'm not making any excuses. I get all the
like a typical Boston fan.
I love these Boston fans.
Ben is doing what I think Colts fans are doing with the field thing,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's setting up an excuse just in case it happens.
All right, how about my Jets?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Help me out. How about the Jets?
Do you own the Jets?
I know. Don't you love how people do that? Don't you love when, for example...
When they beat San Diego, they became my Jets.
Oh, yeah, I know. I understand.
And had they lost, it was those damn Jets.
We do make fun of that. Like when the Red Sox won the World Series, everyone was calling Ben, congratulating him like he had something to do with it.
Yeah. And Ben just said just now, he's talking about injuries to the team. And he goes, well, we lost.
We lost. We lost.
That's true. I did say that.
We, us.
We do get carried away with our rooting, thinking that we really do have something to do with it. But
if Pittsburgh, you're known as Leon Hess for most of most of the time, it's just your radio name,
right?
If Pittsburgh takes out Pennington, they don't have a backup quarterback. I mean, because Quincy Carter's not even going to be with the team.
Yeah, what's going on with all that, Mark?
Quincy Carter is his mom is ailing, but they think he'll be back for the game. But Pennington will be ready for the game.
He doesn't have the squirts anymore, right?
Yeah, he had the flu all week, right? He had the flu.
He had diarrhea.
He had diarrhea.
He had diarrhea. He had a stomach ache.
Maybe Belichick could fly him up to Foxborough and let him have a little diarrhea action on the field to mix it with the mud. That would help
I have seen
the goal line
NFL games where guys have had the squirts and they're playing on an artificial surface, so it's like. There's no way that they can say, well, I sat down in a puddle.
It's mud, yeah.
Oh, you see it coming right through the uniform sometimes?
Oh, yeah. I've seen guys, because in the NFL, they just wear a jock.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh.
A lot of those guys, the majority wear no hip pads or tailbone pads at all. So they just wear a jock and on those really fat linemen, it's not a good sight up close.
Who'd want to cover somebody and really get close to him if
there's
always stinking like.
Well, I think there's me.
Yep. And there's always been stories of these guys that decide not to shower for a whole week and make sure their breath is really bad just to throw off their opponents on the line
here.
Huh?
Tragically, that's true.
Yeah.
The thing is, they also have to ride like team planes and buses, which really makes guys want to sit next to them on those trips.
So quickly, what do you think? Jets, Steelers, Steelers?
Yeah, I just think that home field advantage is going to be too much. Although the Jets gave Ben Roethlisberger fits first time they got together. But I just think the running game with the Steelers playing at home will probably be too much. But the Jets kind of struck me as one of those teams that for whatever reason, when it comes to playoff time, have kind of got some sort of edge working for them.
That is weird. On
paper,
one
of those weird things that's kind of inexplicable. Like you're not supposed to go to San Diego and win, right?
Right,
you're not supposed to go to Pittsburgh and win, right?
Yeah, on paper it just doesn't make sense. They should lose, but then they have that weird thing going on where you can't count them out.
It reminds me of the Falcons a few years ago when they went to the Super Bowl.
And
we had the Falcons at the Super Bowl, and I'm sitting here waiting.
Right? What, did the show cut off at 10:00 again?
Well, no. I mean, if you guys remember, I mean, they win. Nobody thought they were going to win the first round. They went up and they won in Minnesota to win the NFC Championship game. And Gary Anderson missed the only field goal he'd missed all year long for Minnesota. And all of a sudden, the Falcons were in the freaking Super Bowl.
And everyone's
then they got smoked, and everybody goes, "Well, how'd they get here?"
Yeah, exactly.
Who killed them that year in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who was that year? That
was it Denver? No.
St. Louis. No, Denver. That was Denver.
Yeah, I think it was Denver's second time, right?
Yeah.
You notice how knowledgeable we are, Mark?
Yeah.
Let's.
But I mean, the Jets
faked it pretty good on that one, didn't we?
Not exactly Mike and the Mad Dog here.
So Calvin Hill is playing with who now?
Yeah, we're just trying to get a quick football wrap. This isn't a sports program. We're all like, yeah, we'll go with that. The Falcons, sure.
But how about that though? If we went back. If we go back, it's easier to remember. Like, I can tell you the starting lineup for every major league team in 1969.
Wow.
But I can hardly tell you today because of the way guys are. It's same with football players. You mentioned Calvin Hill. Because you can hear Howard Cosell saying all of them, can't you?
Yeah.
Hello again, everyone. With the diminutive OP in it. An incredible consolidation of talent on XM radio.
That's pretty good.
That's real good.
Calvin Hill, whose son, of course, Grant, can barely keep himself alive, much less in the lineup for the Magic of Orlando.
Right,
the matchup.
Going to do it all day?
Of course. Rams, Falcons, Saturday, 8 o'clock. It's not on ABC, thankfully, so we won't have to put up with one Joe Theismann.
That's very good, man.
That's a game that nobody cares about, the Saturday night
Yeah,
game.
I was just about to say, and the who cares game, yeah, St. Louis and Atlanta. Atlanta's favored, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Michael Vick, I hate to be a cliche guy, but it's all going to be Michael Vick, right?
There you have it.
If they stop him, they've stopped the Falcons. And I hope Fox gets some cutaway shots of Mike Martz on the sideline. I don't think we get quite enough of those.
He's a genius, that coach. Unbelievable.
And then the other NFC game is the Vikings and Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles favored.
And the big news there is also Fox, because Red McCombs, the owner of the Vikings, doesn't want Joe Buck working the game. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Well, it's the whole Randy Moss and Joe Buck thing that happened last week. I thought it was hilarious. You want to explain basically Randy Moss? They're saying it was a mooning, but now they're saying it was actually him mooning and making believe he was taking a crap in the end zone.
The crap part, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that was in honor of Jay Davenport of the Packers, who actually did that in a hamper to a girl at college.
Lovely.
But I don't care what Randy Moss did in the end zone. I was mesmerized by the post-game interviews. Have you seen any of those?
Yes.
I just sat there looking at his hair.
Yeah,
the whole I just couldn't get, and he wasn't paying attention to who was interviewing him, so he was bent down, like messing with his socks or his shoes or something. And he's naked at least from the waist up, but his hair is the only thing you see in the picture. And I just kept waiting for him to pop up and say, "But we want." I mean, he looked like Eddie Murphy. Yeah. I just said to. Okay, Culpepper. Throw but the ball.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, So that's what I couldn't believe his hair. So I don't know. I think his whole thing was pretty tame in the end zone, but it all comes down to whether his ankle is relatively healthy in the game.
But Joe Buck was pretty much outraged by the whole thing, and he's the guy doing those commercials, goofing on players like Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, it's all about the history. You know, if you had Brett Favre go in the end zone and do that in Minnesota, is anybody going to say anything?
No.
Nah, it's Brett Favre.
Well, it's because he's white.
And, because he didn't do anything. He fake mooning. Who cares?
That's because he's white.
I like when these guys showboat. It just makes it a little more fun as you're at home watching this
A little more
stuff.
interesting, a little more fun, sure.
I don't know, man. I think the NFL is just so uptight. They don't like the dancing and the spite. They just don't like all that stuff. I love it.
The celebrations.
I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I think that I like the celebration, but I think there's a certain limit. I mean, when it's so contrived, like all of Terrell Owens stuff, and when he goes out and dances on the star at Cowboy Stadium and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
We got Joe Horn on a cell phone. If it's a real exuberant show of celebration. I don't have a problem with that.
I used to like the Gastineau sack dance where he'd jump up and down and beat his girlfriend.
Yeah, when he'd stick his foot in Brigitte Nielsen's face, you know.
No, you're right.
Now that's a sack dance.
Have you seen her lately?
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
what a mess.
Oh, God. She went from...
that time is a bitch, huh?
I tell you what, when Howie Long looks better than she does.
She was a super babe back in the day, you know? She was one of those real tall, blonde, just Amazon hot chicks. And now she's just this old hag.
And now she's banging Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. Ugh.
I mean, you can't tell me that silicone doesn't ooze out and cause some kind of aging problem somewhere along the line.
Yeah, she didn't hold up too well at all. But, all right,
man.
Hey, Mark, thank you so much for helping us out with our football coverage.
Oh, well, I think now that we've got it all decided what's going to happen, I would imagine now they won't even play the game.
Because we know.
There's really no need to now that my Jets and my Patriots have been taken care of in this room.
Yeah, we got it in the bag.
All right, so you're going with the Steelers, you're going with Atlanta, you're going with Philly?
Yes.
The Eagles over Minnesota, and the Colts over New England.
Yes.
Very nice.
All right, we'll remember.
Anything you want to plug?
Well, don't forget that MLB's new network starts on XM sometime first week of February, we think.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. A
Yeah.
lot of fun to check out. Cool.
Any of the XM MLB staff be on steroids?
Well, as a matter of fact, we have steroid testing, not like the new steroid testing policy in Major League Baseball, but we have to be on them.
Yeah, that went down today, actually.
Yes,
the
it did.
The new steroid policy in Major League Baseball.
Yes, Bud Selig has been very, very demonstrative.
You know, doesn't that kind of get you when you see this get tough policy, right? And the guy that comes out and announces it sounds like Droopy Dog.
The little worm. Yeah.
We're getting tough on people like Barry Bonds and Jason Giambi. No more steroids.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. One thing I found out, though, they're not going to test or they don't do anything for amphetamines in baseball. Isn't that odd?
A little odd.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed at the things that are against the law aren't tested for.
Yeah. No problem if you want to, snort up some crystal meth and go out there and whack a few at the wall. But I think we're going to see some home run records. I think we've seen the last of a lot of these home run records.
Yes.
These big guys are just not big anymore.
I think Barry Bonds is going to lead the league next year with 28 homers.
28, huh?
We're going back to the old days now. Because Anthony and I, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. These guys are running scared. Some of these guys are popping up on TV, and they look a lot smaller already.
Emaciated.
Well, I tell you what the interesting thing was with the human growth hormone, which was everybody just says steroids, but it was really this human growth hormone.
Yeah.
What it did was make their heads huge.
Is that it?
Seriously.
Yeah, some of these guys.
Barry Bonds went from more. There used to be, I know guys that work at New Era, the hat company that provides all the hats for Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
10 years ago, there was one player in the big leagues that had a hat size of 8. And it was Bruce Bochy, who's the manager of the Padres. He just naturally had a head that they used to run NASCAR races around. I mean, it was big.
Zimmer's hat wasn't that big?
Who?
The Zim.
Oh, no.
Zim's hat's got to be giant.
That's got a plate in it that's keeping his a standard 7.5.
That huge
So now
pumpkin head.
all these guys have big heads.
But now, last year there was something like 48 guys that had over a size 8. That just doesn't happen.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That little bit of that stat.
So,
that's a baseball stat
every
we haven't
time you
seen.
talk about baseball, you want to start talking like the Major League Baseball play-by-play guys, don't you?
Absolutely.
Have you guys, listen, Opie, Anthony, if I could, have you guys ever noticed when you talk to these guys, they talk this way even when you see them like in church? It says in the book of Paul Simon, there are 50 ways, indeed, to leave your lover. Well, again, everybody.
Yeah, that affected baseball announcer voice, man. They all got it.
Up. I just want to know what dinner's like at their house. Yeah, could you pass the mashed potatoes are delicious. That's the 5th time this season, darling, that you've fixed those. And my goodness, those Oritos are excellent. Each and every time we touch it, there's a ball low and away.
Goddamn, very good.
That's good.
Mark, thank you so much.
All right, good to talk to you guys. We'll talk to you again soon.
We love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
There he goes, Mark Patrick.
Instant feedback, Angel Eyes from Philly. This just in, ESPN is doing dick jokes. Very funny.
We're trying to get a little more,
That's a funny guy,
a little more variety on our show.
Yeah,
we were trying out Mark. We're trying to get a little more sports on our program.
You're just mixing it up a little. That's all.
A little bit. Starker Patty has to leave. Did she leave?
I think she left.
Oh no!
I told her yesterday she came in.
Oh, that's too bad.
I told her to come in tomorrow, and she said I have to go to work early.
Oh, poor Stalker Patty left. 2 days in a row that she left. Oh,
I have to be at work by 9, so could I come in at 7:30? And I was like, yeah, sure, Patty, whatever you want.
What a shame. What a shame.
It's sad that she has a job and Mary, whatever they want.
Oh, Lady Di.
Oh, before we leave, we were talking about sports. Well, here's the latest sound clip from Randy Moss.
All right.
Because I guess the NFL's fined him what? $100,000 or 10,000? 10,000, right? 10 grand.
For what?
And because it was.
Dude, I saw it. He didn't do anything.
These guys are just so uptight that run the NFL. It's just funny.
Well, let's hear it. That's not him. You drunken midget.
All right. Well, this is what he has to say about his $10,000 fine.
Are you upset about the fine? No, because it ain't number 10 grand. What's 10 grand to me? Next time I might shake my.
All right, someone's got to explain what he said.
Oh, my God. He goes, that's 10 grand. That's nothing to me.
Dude, you know how many times he's got arrested, all the problems he's got in? He's a punk.
And I think he said, next time I'll shake my dick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he said?
Something like
that.
Yeah, he's
next
a problem.
time, I think I read
player,
somewhere,
man.
Next time I'll take my dick out and shake it or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said, shake my dick.
All right, let's try it again now. It's just a quick clip. The beeps mess it up.
Are you upset about the fine? No, because it ain't number 10 grand. What's 10 grand to me? Next time I might shake my.
Yeah, what's 10 grand to me? That ain't shit.
He took a water bottle. He sprayed water on a ref once. Then he got arrested. He's got himself into trouble before.
This guy didn't come from the NBA, did he?
No.
That criminal league.
He's a good player, though. Moss a good player, but yeah,
wow.
He's still a thug, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, you need all that stuff in the NFL.
Guy to say,
it makes it more fun.
Yeah, but they used to just contain it to the Cowboys.
I know.
Now it just seems like every team has this thug mentality.
They can apologize, guys at IBM don't apologize.
What's 10 grand?
10 grand.
I give that to my friend Bub. Bubby in prison.
Ben, what else we got for
Bubby,
the program today? We missed the Stalker Patty thing. That's all right, though.
Will Arnett, who's on the show Arrested Development, coming on
to say hi.
Go.
Yeah.
More Rich Voss. Is Jim Norton checking in from Chicago?
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I saw him on the hotline for like a second.
I'm sleeping.
Then he heard Voss, and all of a sudden, I swear to God, the phone hung up. So I don't know what that,
No, he knows I'm here.
No, I know, but
Called him the other
maybe
day.
we just want to, see how his flight was. And
it's not like walking in on your chick with some guy just because he calls up and Voss is sitting here, Who's that? Did I hear a comic's voice in there? No, it's no one, dear.
He was very happy about his flight arrangements to New Orleans, he was telling me. So.
Oh, I was too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I checked my email, and everything was spelt out. Everything exactly the way we want it. Airplane Diva.
Game on. We're going to Mardi Gras?
Game on.
We're
going.
We're
We're
Mardi
booked.
Gras. We'll give you the dates if anyone else is going to be down there. Hang out with us and party with us, okay? Lady Di, real fast.
Yes, hi. How you doing?
Make it
How's
fast.
everything?
Make
hey,
it
Opie,
fast.
Opie, I heard you talking about football. I have a shirt for you.
Oh,
A
my.
Jets shirt?
I don't wear
You don't wear T-shirts?
I don't wear shirts with sports logos on it.
Is it from your dead roommate?
Huh?
You took it from your dead roommate, huh?
My roommate is not here right now.
Yes, he's dead.
No, he's not. No.
No, the old roommate's
No.
dead. We'll get to the bottom of that story eventually,
He
I
is
guarantee.
not. He's down the shore.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well,
He's coming back, I think, today sometime.
I don't need your Jets shirt. I don't need anything
look,
from
look.
you.
Lady, the refrigerator die.
Opie. I wanted to let you know, I talked to Marion. Please don't say anything about my son anymore. because she's not happy about that. Are you there?
I don't care if she's happy or not happy about anything we do on this program.
How about not being happy with the fact that he's going to grow up? How about the fact that you can be not happy about the fact that he's growing up without the love of a mother that is incapable of taking care of her?
Here you go.
Of him.
He has all my love.
Here you go.
Boy, I really spit that out eloquently, didn't I?
If you don't want us talking about your son anymore, you stop calling the program, you become a distant memory, and everyone is fine.
Okay, Mommy Dear. Here, look at Mommy Dearest.
Because it's going to...
Everything is okay with my son and I.
But it's gonna
strap him in.
You call the show.
Okay.
We will be talking about your son. That's the choice you make.
But the thing is, they're not saying anything bad about your son. They're saying bad things about you. Your son's probably a great kid.
Rich, I understand that, but
your son's probably a great kid because someone else in your extended family realized there was a problem with you, and decide, well, we got to take the son away from her so he has a chance at a normal life.
Yeah, who decided it was time to take the kid away from you, Di?
So I applaud that person in your family.
Di, who decided it was time to take the kid away from you?
The kid
It
did.
doesn't matter.
You know you're the drag in the family, right? Every family has one person that people are like, oh, God.
We'd be
they're not invited to family gatherings.
Yeah, we'd be a perfect family if it wasn't for this.
There's always one where you actually look at them across the table and go, if we weren't related, I wouldn't even talk to you.
Oh, no, that's
you're the one in your family.
They make you clap when you leave the room so they know you're not stealing.
No.
And they have to.
They don't do that.
They have to fake it during the holidays. So, Lady Di, how's the job hunting going?
Lady Di,
as they nervously kind of look at you like, I already know the answer. She's a drunk slob.
You were the reason why they invented re-gifting.
No.
Because nobody goes out and buys you anything. They just take old shit.
Excuse me.
Listen to me. You're
I
done.
have a few gifts.
Yeah, you got gifts.
Lady Di, get your
You
get
don't
your
have a
act.
gift when it comes to people.
Just get your act together.
Well, Marion bought me a few things.
So?
Is she really?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Lady Di.
And, I bought her a few things also.
As Anthony used to say, Lady Di, not only...
No, you said that.
Not only a name, a good idea.
No.
Goodbye.
You're the one.
Enough.
No. One of my favorite things Anthony has come up with.
Unfit parent.
All right, we're going to get back to some of these propaganda songs. We got, are we going to get to the Michael Jackson thing?
God, some of that stuff that's coming out.
Where did my prep sheet go? And also,
this guy's going to prison.
Also, we got to talk about Paul and Yoko. They're at it again. And, maybe we'll get into that next because that's just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, as we go to break, someone reminded me that there are current propaganda songs out there.
Yeah.
Our old pal John Valby, who I think is playing Jersey tonight somewhere. He doesn't need a plug. He sells out wherever he goes, but it would have been nice if he called and said hi if he's in the area. But as we go to break, I think we have a little ditty from John Valby. The Unfit Mother wants to say one more thing. Yes, Unfit Mother.
Excuse me, I'm not an unfit mother.
Yes, you are.
Come on.
First of all, right now you should be out job hunting, not calling a radio station.
All right, Opie, listen to me. Are you there?
Yes, Unfit Mother.
Okay. I'm not an unfit mother.
If you were a fit mother,
was a better
why isn't your son with you?
My son is staying with my father.
Why? Because you are not fit. Because you are not fit to care for him.
No,
and that's normal?
I am fit.
That he should be with your father? Your father did such a great job of raising his kids. Look at you. You're a mess.
No, I'm not. All right,
the kid's going to grow up with an alcoholic mom. He's going to be. Listen to me. He's going to have eating disorders, become codependent. He's going to have problems because you didn't show me. I'm telling you, I know the deal.
Hey, is he acting feminine at all?
Look.
Is your son acting feminine at all?
No.
No, because I tell you, with everything that's happening to him, you're guiding him right into a gay lifestyle.
I'm telling you, it's did the same thing my mom did.
He's very much a boy. Believe me.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Unfit Mother, hurry up. We got a big TV star that's waiting to get on our program.
Mother, I wanted to let you know that you're the one, when we were in Belmar, you're the one that wrote down Lady Di, not just a name, but a good idea. Remember that?
What?
Oh, my God.
When you signed the picture for me.
Right. Well, from now on, I'm going to sign, because she asks for autographs all the time, I'm going to sign to the Unfit Mother.
Right.
No, don't do that.
Get a life.
Will you be nice?
Unfit mother.
All right, look, whatever. No. I'm not an unfit mother.
Take your life.
No.
She's the kind of person that says, like, New Year's, this is going to be my year, and you're thinking, why? You've been a loser for 39 years. Why is it going to all turn around? But you can make it turn around.
Years.
Well, however old you are.
Figure.
You know,
who knows how old you
42.
are? Yeah, to the second power, you're
going to die and no one's going to care.
That is not true.
No one's going to care.
Not even your son.
The guy at the liquor store.
Your son doesn't even know you.
Here's the reaction after Lady Di dies.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, well, at least when I die, I get the next
I'm going to live a very long life.
Oh.
All right, Lady Di.
Guaranteed.
Thank you, Lady Di.
Thank you,
Okay,
Unfit Mother.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, bloated liver.
There she goes, the cooler, everyone,
No.
the cooler.
Rich.
What?
Hey, Will.
Hi.
I'm sorry you had to hear that. It's Will Arnett from Arrested Development. He's like probably trying to figure out what the hell that was all about.
Oof.
That was crazy. I've never heard that Lady Di, not only a name, but a good idea.
Yeah, we love that one.
Yeah.
This lady's a mess.
Her name's Diane. I don't know how it ever got to be Lady Di. I don't know. She is just a waste of a human. What you got going on, Will? I hear Arrested Development coming out on DVD.
Arrested Development came out on DVD.
Yeah, it's a couple months ago, right? Doing pretty well.
I have to spit it out like a promo robot. Please go to your store and buy it.
Blah blah blah. The show critical acclaimed.
Yes.
What?
It's very actually, it's really it's a good show.
It's a real good show.
I do watch it.
We've had some of the critics. There's one guy we don't have, but I'm working on him.
Who's that?
Some dude in Canada.
Oh, stop right there.
Yeah,
you can stop right there.
It's a Canadian. They don't count.
I'm technically I'm Canadian.
Yes, technically, but where do you work? Where do you earn that money?
Exactly.
Where do you live?
Right. I don't get paid in multicolored bills anymore.
You're from Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
We go there
from Toronto.
We go there occasionally.
Toronto.
It's a good time. Listen, it's a good time. I don't want to alienate the 4 people in Canada who watch my show.
I got to tell you, Montreal kicks Toronto's ass, though.
Montreal's a good time.
As far as hipness and coolness and
really
hot
girls. Oh,
yeah.
My God, Montreal. If you want to go out and have a great time, Montreal is the place to go.
Oh, Crescent Avenue, is it?
Yeah, yes.
Here's the deal. Anthony and I have been in Toronto, and we've been in Montreal. Yeah. When I'm walking around the streets of Toronto, I feel like I wasn't living in the 50s in America, but I feel like that's how they dressed and acted.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you go to Montreal, and they're just rocking and rolling, man. The girls are showing a lot of skin.
Yeah.
There's peep shows and strip clubs all over that city.
Montreal's kind of like what America should be like now, and America's kind of going back towards more being like Toronto.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with you.
And Montreal, you go. Nobody gets to the club till midnight. They dance all night. Incredibly beautiful girls who actually get dressed up, and not just cutting off their shorts and thinking that makes them hot, but actually making themselves sexy.
Yeah, they're wearing like hot clothes. They look like models. They look like a Robert
Yeah,
Palmer
no, the
video.
hottest women I've ever seen were in Montreal.
Without it, yeah.
Second place, believe it or not, San Francisco.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Beating L.A. out.
Sure they were
yes.
women?
Yes.
I believe that.
Yes.
I think New York beats L.A. out, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York, you fall in love every single corner.
Yeah.
It just drives you nuts. You see a girl like, wow, that's the one I'm looking for. And
only half the year, though, because it's got to be summer. In the winter, you can't even see them. They're all bundled up. It's a mess.
Yeah, but when
runny noses.
When
no
they start
makeup
taking
on.
off the layers around April, you just lose your mind in New York City.
Yeah, you know that first week in New York, like in the spring, when it's kind of warm and all the women, it seems like it's like they got together and they said, "All right, guys, this is the week we're going to do it, girls."
Right. Yeah, they just take to the streets.
Yeah.
And you start smelling fresh vagina everywhere.
Oh, Jesus!
Vaginas in the air.
Are you a married? Are you a married guy, Will?
I am a married guy.
You are? How long?
About a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Right before the show really hit, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear. Man.
Jesus, that's a rough one, man.
Don't worry, you don't have to acknowledge what we're saying.
Yeah.
We'll talk for you.
We'll just wink here and know that you understand exactly what we're saying.
And my laugh can be interpreted as me thinking you guys are absurd, right?
Right, exactly. You got married, you did a couple of, I liked the movie Sally. That was really good.
It was a weird one.
Yeah. And then, after that, what, Mike O'Malley show?
Yeah, Mike O'Malley show, and then a string of pilots that nobody ever heard of.
And right about there,
and then right about there,
where all the pilots were just really not working for you. Like,
I'm seeing in a moment of desperation you hooked up, and then we get this huge hit. Ron Howard involved. I mean, it's great, and all of a sudden you're married.
I literally, the timing is like that. By the way, I literally got married the day after we started shooting the series.
And it was just going to be another pilot, probably.
And I'm sure she's cool and all, but you got to think. I am thinking your friends are looking at you like, dude, do you understand what you could do with this?
I scored. I honestly did.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool. Oh, that's good.
Don't worry, she doesn't have satellite radio. It's just Aunt and I and you, Will.
Just us, Will. Is she an actress or?
She is an actress. Yeah.
Real? Anything we would know?
She's on. She's the other half of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live.
Get out of here.
Yeah, her name's Amy Poehler. Yeah.
That's your wife?
Yeah, man.
Well, then that's cool.
You scored.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is really cool.
Now we look like idiots.
And she's bringing in Digit, too.
Yeah, and she's bringing in some
cash.
You know?
All right.
Wow. You must...
Maybe she's the one kicking herself in the ass.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm on Saturday Night Live.
Wow, yeah. So Will, there must have been a time there where it was like you were the guy like, oh, I got to get a gig.
Yeah, actually now you're going, whew, thanking God that you got Arrested Development.
What do you mean? The year and a half where I thought that my destiny was to be a houseboy?
Exactly.
Throwing firecrackers.
I like this guy. All right.
That's cool. Wow. Is she funny around the house?
Yeah, man. She is such a cool lady, and she's really hot too.
Yeah. No, I have no complaints about her. I would definitely. I'm sorry. Yeah. No.
No, go ahead. No. Finish the thought.
How'd you hook up?
We met in New York years ago through a friend. She does. She's been involved in improv comedy for a long time. She's got a theater in New York, and just kind of met through friends.
Wow. Why isn't that as publicized as like Brad and Jennifer?
Yeah, well,
I had no clue.
Who was a better agent?
Because neither of us makes $20 million a movie.
Yeah, they're not following you around wondering when you're going to have a kid. Following you on vacation. None of that.
That's my mom's job.
Yeah. Have you ever had the paparazzi in your face?
Very, very little. I mean, only when I call them. And
please snap off some.
I'm proud to say Anthony and I had them follow us around for a while, and it's a very strange experience.
Yeah, I remember you guys went through a tough time there. When
right.
Yeah, the scourge.
What does everyone know about us?
Come on, what are you going to do? I mean, I live in America.
Dude, we had, well, I could talk for myself because Anthony was living in an apartment, so it was a little different for him, but I was renting in the top half of a house on Long Island, and the photographers camped outside my house for a week with lawn chairs and these huge telescopic lenses. They were jumping out of the bushes when I was coming back from the grocery store.
It's crazy, right?
It was insane. One day, it's a true story, I just wanted to leave my house. I couldn't figure out how to do it because they had all the angles covered. So they even weren't sure if there was an exit at the back of the house, maybe stairs that went outside. So, but they had the angles just in case that I left from the back.
Yeah.
So what I had to do, and this is a true story, I learned this from TV. I tied a bunch of sheets together
TV,
and I actually shimmied down from the second floor. I had my brother take my car and park it in a parking lot because they saw the car in the driveway. So he just casually walked to my house, jumped in my car, and left. And I shimmied down the sheets. They were left hanging in the wind. And jumped over my neighbor's fence and got my car and left for the day. And those idiots stayed there all day waiting.
It would have been easier to get Steve McQueen in tunnel out.
Oh, I know. One day I just watched them watch me all day long. I thought it was the most fascinating thing. I was just peeking through the blinds, and I saw them looking at their watches and getting on their cell phone, giving updates to the papers or whoever they were working for. And then they would get like deli orders and go, yeah, you want coffee? You could even read their lips. Like, you want coffee? Yeah. You want a sandwich? Okay.
Because they needed that shot of the scourge of society.
Yeah. And they never, I'm proud to say they never got it because it was a game I started playing with them. But
you know what's so nuts too is like I know like you read the newspapers or the magazines and you're like you see these actors and you're like this guy's a douche or whatever. And then this past summer I worked with Jennifer Lopez on this movie and these guys, they went crazy. Like, I mean, she couldn't go 10 feet. They're shoving the camera under the fence and stuff. And I got it when I saw it from the other side. I was like, you know what? That's no way to live, man. That really sucks for her in a lot of ways, you know. I don't think a lot of people realize how incredibly intrusive it is.
But I think but a lot of these actors also will go out to certain places to have the people come shoot them.
I would do that. I have no problem with
I think, unfortunately, when you get up to that status, it just comes with the territory. You know, they want those people in their faces when they're promoting something that they believe. You know, so it's a tough one. You know, you can't just tell them to turn it off.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
you're right.
I mean, by the way, we got a famous TV star in the studio with us today.
yeah, please.
Will, did you watch Last Comic Standing?
Yeah.
We
you did?
We have Rich Voss in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. He was the guy, if you watch the show, that did a lot of ironing.
Season 1 and
smoking
season 3.
cigarettes and ironing was pretty much
Season
his
1 and Season 3. He was called the Don.
Yeah, Rich.
How's it
How
going?
you doing, man?
Huh?
How are you?
Good, great. Things are cool. Not as
Very funny.
Oh, thank you.
Matter of fact,
Thank you.
when Rich was doing his thing, all the rag magazines were finding all sorts of old stories about you.
Yeah, I was in the Inquirer and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
they were digging up old stories. What was the one we would laughing because we've known Rich for I don't know 5-6 years now, you know. And when he made it big, it was fun for all of us. I'm not gonna lie, we trash him and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. and then we're reading about him in the Inquirer and stuff, and it was just I don't know. What was the story? Like
when I used to do drugs, I guess going from drugs to sobriety or something.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
I didn't tell whatever the story
awful
was.
story.
I don't know, whatever story. They had a picture of me when doing comedy in somebody's living room. I do a private party. I went from, I mean, I used to do I did a show in some lady's living room to 16-year-olds
For crack money?
It was pretty much for crack money.
Will, one of the greatest moments, I mean, when we met Rich, doing well locally and stuff, and then he gets up to this huge huge. And I'm at the Montreal Comedy Festival with a bunch of the guys that do our radio show, and these fat women come walking up to us. It was me, Norton, and Voss, and they obviously wanted a picture, okay?
Yeah.
So they get all crazy, like, oh my God, that's Voss from Last Comic Standing. You know, he was getting a lot of attention up there with the national press and stuff. And then all of a sudden they look at me. And this was after our incident, St. Pat's, and I'm kind of like nodding, like, oh, here it comes. They're gonna recognize me too, you know?
Yeah.
And they look at me and like, excuse me, and I'm ready to go. Yes, that was me, and it was stupid. And all of a sudden they go, could you take the picture?
A little taste of reality there, huh?
Freaking Voss to this day has not let me forget this moment. And then I'm like, but I'm famous too. And they're like, yeah, whatever, dude. We need a picture with Voss to bring home with us.
Patrice was on Arrested Development.
Was he?
Yeah, he played a cellmate. He played a cellmate.
Who's that?
Patrice O'Neill, big black guy. He's
Oh,
very
yeah. Oh, man, I know.
funny.
He was really funny.
He's a funny comic. He's like one of the best. And he was
Rich,
on.
Actually, I think we got a lot of people in common, too.
Who?
Comics from New York. Like Brian Callen and all these
Oh,
guys.
he's a great guy. He was in Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he on? He's on Arrested Development?
No, he's not. He's out here. He's doing that show with Kirstie Alley, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that
fat
fat
show?
actress.
Yeah. My God, is she is huge, man. Talk about the Inquirer and the Star.
Yeah.
They can't leave her alone.
I
They
know,
can't
it's
get enough of her.
unbelievable.
Hey, what's the deal with Portia de Rossi? She's been in the news lately.
I guess, yeah.
See any girlfriends coming to the set?
I haven't. I've read the reports. I haven't seen anything. Can I say that?
No, you can say that. Very, very safe, very good answer. And I got to tell you, David Cross is hysterical on the show.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, man. And the writers of our show, really, those guys are the stars. I mean, every week, honestly, we are just paid monkeys. But guys like David Cross, he brings so much to it too. Like he's a great improviser. He brings lots to the character. He's great, man.
It's good to see that the writing's coming back into this stuff because that's why the reality shows just took off because it was the same old crap on TV.
I know.
Yeah. And we were all looking for something new, and then Survivor hit and was like, okay, let's just start filming crap. But with the Arrested Development and the good writing, it gives hope.
Everybody does know about.
Sitcom. It's shot differently.
Yeah.
It's really, you guys are very talented. The actors and actresses on it, and the writing, man. It's like it's a lot more cutting edge than anything else you see. They're willing to take the risks and chances and not worry about insulting people or offending people with some of the content. And it's something you don't really see out there. It's a really, really good show.
That's what people want to see, Edgy. They're sick and tired of seeing it. We don't care about Will and Grace and all that crap, They want to see.
Cookie cutter,
I can honestly say
crap.
I've never seen an episode of Will and
No,
Grace.
but why do you think people watch HBO and Oz and Sopranos? They want to see what's They don't want this. Crap.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
And I've been so jaded, I don't watch stuff like this. My girlfriend actually turned me on to Arrested Development because I'm so jaded with TV shows, I just won't watch them. And
You're
I
just
sat down and
assuming
was
that's
like,
going to be the same
I
old
assumed
crap.
it was going to be the same old crap, and then I sat down and watched it. It's really good.
My favorite show, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Funny show, man.
Hey, speaking of The Sopranos, you were on one of the shows, no?
I did a couple of
Who'd you play?
episodes, small part.
Did you get beat up or whacked or something?
I wish that would have been interesting.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool, man.
Literally, like the camera passes by me a couple times. You know?
Really? Oh, you didn't have a big role there?
No. Actually, true story. I went in there to read for it for the guy David Chase, the creator of the show, and it was one line, right? And they literally said, "Look, you got to go out to Queens to audition, and you got to spit out this one line." I said, "All right." I go out there, I get in front of him with the casting director. They go, "Okay, go ahead." And I kind of looked at him blankly, and then I turned to the casting director and I said, "Line."
You had one line.
For one line.
Wow.
That's awful.
I figured through it. Went on, and he laughed, and I got the part. So what the hell?
That's funny.
That's Walken's wife or something, the casting person for that, right?
Yeah, Georgianne Walken.
Yeah,
really nice lady.
the first season I read for, I had 3 callbacks, and I went in to read. I go, I know I'm getting a part. And I stink at acting. If they were
For Sopranos?
Yeah, the first season. If they were doing a movie about me, I probably wouldn't. I'm telling you, I stink. So I'm going to read, and she starts reading my lines. Right? I'm going, oh, I'm done. And I didn't know what, now I would just ad lib or say, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But back then I was scared and nervous,
choked up, sweated.
I was a mess,
started sweating.
She was married to Christopher Walken, who was in, Pulp Fiction doing it. And I'm in there trying to get a line. Get me out of here. I can't tell me auditions you walk out. I walked out of it. I just wanted to kill myself.
You should have.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Well,
thank you guys.
Really fast though, there was one other thing I saw in your bio here: Celebrity Poker Showdown.
How'd you do?
Anthony's big time into the gambling online, and
I love poker
and watching.
Oh man, I tell you, I played all right, but let me say this: I got beat. This is the worst part. Is like you do a show like Arrested Development, and you hope that people like it, and you know that it's a quality show. And you got, it's tough to get ratings and stuff. And then I'll be like eating in a restaurant in New York, and a guy comes up and he goes, "Hey," and I think that all of a sudden he's going to go into I love the show, and he says, "Man, I can't believe you folded that pair of 10s." I'm like, thanks.
That's classic.
Who'd you lose to?
Peter Facinelli.
Okay.
Do you know him?
Help us out.
I know the name.
He's married to Jenny Garth. He used to be on a show called Fast Lane, and last year with Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy.
Blah blah blah. And nice guy, whatever. He had a poker coach in the stands.
Oh Christ!
They
Come
canceled
on,
that
it's
show.
a game.
Yeah. So what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Are you in New York or L.A. right now?
I'm in Los Angeles as we speak.
Ooh, sleepy.
Yeah, it's 6:30 LA time.
I'm firing up the coffee though.
All right. Hey, Will, this was a lot of fun, man. I hope you call back sometime.
Hey, listen, guys, thanks for having me, man.
If you're ever in town, man, stop by. We have fun in here.
I would. Where you guys are in New York?
Yeah, 57th.
I live in New York.
Well, then come on in when you get back here.
I will. I'm going to do that.
We're right across from Shelley's Steakhouse.
That's where I live.
You're lying.
At Shelley's Steakhouse?
That's a really good restaurant, but we're in between 7th and 6th Avenue on 57th.
Let's do it up.
All right, so we want to promote the DVD?
DVD coming out. We got a new episode airing on Sunday, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great show, man. Arrested
Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. Nice to meet you too, Rich.
Take care, man. Tell Brian I said hi.
I will.
There he goes. Will Arnett, everyone. That was really good.
It was
That guy's
cool.
He's even got the
I like
cool
that.
voice. He's got that cool.
Oh, yeah.
See, we like. We're trying. I mean, we're trying to get more guests on our show, but in the past we just hated guests because they all have this just attitude and stuff. So we're looking for people that just could hang. That guy could hang.
Get the show. Yeah, he's
Get
funny.
the show. There's no publicist going, "Oh, don't go there. Don't say that. You can't talk about if he wants to bang other chicks. What's wrong with you?" You know what I mean?
We were talking about him being married and then getting the show and like, "Oh, you blew it." Amy Poehler's
Yeah, I know.
wife. That's
hilarious.
hysterical.
It worked out pretty well. So. All right. Can we get Jim Norton on the phone before we end the week? We're going to try? All right.
Oh, Jimmy.
Just tell him to get frequent flyer miles if he answers.
Well, he's playing Zanies in Vernon
great
Hills in Chicago all weekend long. Our own Jim Norton. That's why he's not here today. Voss filling in, doing a great job. As we go to break from his Yellow Discipline CD, we've been featuring tracks from Jim Norton CD. He's had this out for a while. He's a little too shy to bring it to the table.
Jimmy shy, yes.
When it comes to actually playing his material, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a plug whore. Let's not get crazy here. But you can get his CD off his website, eatabullet.com. We figured it would be a great day to kind of, play some of his tracks.
Showcase our missing Lil guy.
Of the Opie and Anthony program. Oh, want to thank Rich Voss for stopping by to help us out.
I love that last guy that was you interviewed.
You got to get on Mike a little bit. Yeah, Will Arnett from Arrested Development. That was a lot of fun.
Well,
you never know how those things are going to go, but that was a good one.
Well, he knew me. That's why I liked him.
Anthony, Electra getting bad reviews. This is kind of the speed round. Where's my prep sheet? I lost mine. I want to make sure we get to everything that we were supposed to. But Electra is getting kind of bad reviews.
What's her face?
Jennifer Gardner or whatever.
Jennifer Garner, yeah. She hurt her back doing that movie, too. Some stunt.
It's the spin-off of Daredevil, and it's going to be a piece of crap.
They're going to really have to do something with those superhero comic book movies. They're just pumping out too many now where characters that who gives a crap. Stick to your, basics, your Batman.
That's the latest
Superman.
That's the latest trend, though. They're even bringing Batman back just because Spider-Man did so well.
Batman's coming back, but that kind of looks cool.
I know, but that franchise was dead.
It was because of the way they did it.
Right.
I like the fact that they could bring it back and do it totally differently. They're going back to the beginning, right? It's
Yeah,
it's back right after his parents have died.
Right.
And they show the whole torment, how he becomes Batman, everything.
Yeah,
Christian
that looks
Bale.
pretty cool. Christian Bale is going to be Batman. He's a pretty cool actor. And then they got Superman coming out, and I think I finally saw some of the casting. Lex Luthor. This pisses me off. It's Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
Enough Kevin Spacey.
And Kate Bosworth as Lois Lane.
I don't think Kevin Spacey's going to
You don't think
be
he
a
can
good
pull that
Lex
off?
Luthor.
He's a great actor, man.
You see
something about him bugs the crap out of me.
You see Catwoman?
I didn't see that piece of crap.
It was so bad they took her Oscar for Monsters Ball back. That's how bad it was.
It's going to have to go back to having sex on screen again. That was such a hot freaking scene.
Oh, the one where she's with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah,
getting nailed.
Oh my God, that's one of the hottest scenes ever.
How good is it on a cow?
She just needed it, and she needed it then.
Oh, after that scene.
It was amazing.
You know when you were in camp, you used to take the candles and drip them on the bottles to make that's what my stomach looked like after that scene.
I love when sex scenes are not about love, man, in movies.
That was a good
I really
one.
do.
Banging.
The other one I really love is the one from the drug movie. What? Traffic, where the white chick.
That sucks. That scene.
I love that scene, man, because she was doing it for the drugs. I mean,
that's awful.
And Michael Douglas is so close to finding her, but falling just short. And there's the big black guy banging his daughter because she's addicted to cocaine.
Isn't that horrible?
That scene is so hot, and she's looking up in a.
How is that hot?
And I don't know, man. But when it's not about love, these scenes, it's something.
The whitey comes right out of me when I see that scene. I'm just like, oh no!
You feel like George C. Scott looking for his daughter.
Turn it off in hardcore.
Yeah, or 9.5 weeks. Remember that?
And don't because these idiot listeners don't confuse it. I'm not into rape scenes and scenes that are forced. It's more scenes that the woman knows what she's doing, but it's not about love. Okay,
it's about what she was doing in that scene.
It's about getting the drugs. It's about being lonely, like Halle Berry was in Monsters Ball. I love those scenes in movies. It drives me nuts. Sorry.
In Ironweed.
Disturbing.
In the car.
Ironweed.
Well, it was for alcohol. There was a sex
that movie
scene.
Ironweed?
Yeah.
No, I never saw that.
So Electra is going to be a crappy movie, looks like. We didn't even get to Celebrity Fit Club today with Ralphie May. He's coming in next week.
I saw it. We got clips and stuff.
Yeah, we got. Maybe we could do a quick clip here. I don't know where. There's so. I mean, these guys are doing such a good job for us these days that there's too much stuff.
This is the degrade
I shouldn't say
the
that
fat
because then they're
people.
going to start slacking again.
Degrade the fat people show.
You know, our country, it's all, now we care about who loses weight. That's what it's about. Losing weight and catching criminals.
You know what it is, though? It ain't about the losing weight.
Yeah.
It's the freak show. This is a circus sideshow on television. The people used to go into tents and pay the carnival barker to go see the big fat lady. Now you turn on your TV,
what's
you can see
wrong
a
with
bunch
that?
of fat people.
I wanna see this
there's
crap.
nothing wrong with it. I was watching it. When I was watching and laughing as they split them into two teams and put them both on each side of a balance scale.
One of the Baldwins is on it, right? He's like the Eric Douglas of Baldwins. His brother's going, Jesus, look at him. He's a mess. He's on TV.
A complete mess. And meanwhile, Alec Baldwin's put out a couple of good movies recently. He's in a TV show. And then he's got to watch his brother on a scale with fat people.
He did one of the best monologues in Glengarry Glen Ross, and his brother standing on a scale with Kim Coles.
Scale with Wendy, the Snapple girl.
All right. He just did a scene with Dustin Hoffman and Jack Lemmon, and his brother's up there. His brother's standing on a scale on VH1.
He's doing sit-ups next to Biz Markie. That is life stinks.
Oh man,
that is awful.
That is funny.
I was digging the show. I was watching it.
Yeah,
cool.
I think I called Ralphie May out on this. Maybe not on the air, but maybe off. I don't remember, but I did. I brought it up to him because they have that footage of him underwater.
Underwater, man.
They only film that because it looks absolutely awful.
He's in swim trunks.
Listen,
he's got no shirt on.
Ralphie took his clothes off when we were at the house on Last Comic Standing. You couldn't see his unit. It was like a meat mud flap hanging over his unit, right? I've gone out to dinner with Ralphie many times.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we went to a sushi restaurant. $400 a sushi he ordered. Like $400. I'm not lying.
Because he ordered the baby seal.
I'm telling you.
That old gag for the old listeners, Al Roker, blah, blah, blah.
We were watching that show, and I'm not giving anything away because it said on the show. Didn't he gain? Wasn't he supposed to lose weight or something?
Yeah, he's supposed to lose weight
on
the show. Does he gain
I don't know. It's what the show. I saw it coming in the I never watch these shows, and
if he's gaining weight, that's scary because he had the stomach thing done.
He had. Listen to me. One, that show, he's got. You can't lose.
He should
weight.
have his kitchen staple.
Well, that's my line. All right, Ralphie's around. I mean, he's a great around the country. He sells out his race. But here's the thing. And
he does do the black humor. I saw him at Caroline's. I thought he was hilarious.
Ant is the host.
Ant's the host who's. I'm telling you, every time he speaks, Liberace rolls over in his grave.
Oh, I know. Rolls over, butt up.
Horrible.
He is. I can't stand that guy.
He is so unfunny.
He's not funny at all. Sorry, not funny. It's that over-the-top gay act that just, sorry, it's being done already. Look up Mario Cantone.
Yeah. And outside last conversation to me, he said to me, he goes, "Am I a hack?" What?
What?
To the third power.
Does hack mean faggot?
I know.
Do you have to ask?
Hold on, Baldwin's going back on the scale.
We got the audio of Daniel Baldwin going on the scale.
Oh, we do?
On this new show. Let's take a listen.
Daniel, your weight tonight is 264 pounds. How do you feel about that?
That's high.
You may appear to be the fittest and most athletic member of the group.
Yeah.
But your blood work actually reveals a different picture. You're on the very brink of diabetes.
Wow, that's very scary. My mother was diagnosed with latent diabetes in her late 50s.
It tends to run in families.
Is Alec Baldwin sitting there watching this, just wanting to slit his wrist? Just like, what? I work hard to be an actor. I'm doing, and there's my brother standing on a fat scale, being told he has diabetes
on VH1.
On VH1.
And a lot of these stupid rubes that watch this show, they don't pay that close attention, so they're thinking it might even be Alec Baldwin on that scale because they look close enough.
If you put those three brothers together, it's like the evolution of horrible in this poster. Just VH1, then a horrible movie, and then Alec Baldwin. Who was banging Kim Basinger, and this guy's probably hitting on the Snapple girl, like you said.
Oh, Wendy the Snapple girl.
So funny.
The next weigh-in is Judge Maybelline from Divorce Court.
Yeah, she's the divorce court judge.
You saw the show last night?
Yeah, I was watching it. They're standing there, very judgmental. The judges, whatever they are, they're sitting there on this panel, and there's this huge lighted scale. A platform, really. It's not even a scale. It's like a truck where the trucks pull up on the highway, and they stand on it. And then a little digital readout comes out in front of one of the judges, and he tells them their weight. And they're all like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's a very somber moment, very serious. You know, you're not supposed to laugh. Meanwhile, like I'm home with my chick taking bets on what it's going to be. It's got to be over 3 bills. Got to be over 3 bills on this one, man.
Wait, didn't you see when they were on the balance scale at the end?
Oh, at the end is the best part. Yeah, it's not the balance. But then they put him on this giant balance. Ants comes down and go, and let's unveil the biggest balance scale ever. You know, and they load him on and talk about as a team, they're both like 1 ton each. It's horrible. And they put him on, and the scale tips over one way a little bit.
It's the kind of scale Colombians weigh drugs on.
Yeah, it's giant. It's a giant balance beam scale. Balance scale.
All right, here's Judge Maybelline getting weighed in.
Good evening, Judge.
Good evening, Dr. Katz.
Please step on the scale.
Doctor.
Oh, my God. Do I have to?
Ha, 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 ha. They all make little scale jokes.
Right so.
Oh, goodness.
They could already figure it out by
Judge,
looking at you, idiot.
Tonight, your weight is 208 pounds.
208. You know what's great to watch about this show? When they step up to the scale, all these fatties are like trying to joke about it.
Yeah.
Like they're all going, all right, well, like one guy stands on 1 foot, like that's going to make a difference on the scale, and and they try to get a laugh, and the judges are just looking at him because they know where that humor attempt is coming from that sad place and that fat little chest.
I saw just a peek when we were, in the office before the show today, and they also are doing something where they show the person what they're going to look like if they continue.
Yeah, they did that
with
Mia.
Mia Tyler.
Is her last name Tyler?
Oh, yeah.
Or did she change it? It's Liv Tyler's fat sister. Which, man, if you got to be fat, why would you have Liv Tyler for a sister? That is the most awful thing.
And Liv Tyler had a kid recently, so the two sisters kind of bonded because Liv Tyler probably gained, maybe 30, 40 pounds during her pregnancy.
Yes.
So
look, I'm fat like you.
I'm fat like you, but then, lost it in one day, and Mia's still fat, though.
And the judges go, what went wrong? They say that. None of them want to tell my uncle touched me. But, Ralphie goes, well, I was in a car accident. I broke a lot of bones. Obviously not your jawbones, okay?
What was the car accident? They put the big thing of ribs on the side window and your car tipped over? Unbelievable.
Biz
Markie was up there. He took his shirt off. I swear to God, it looked like he should have started throwing feces at the camera and punching shrubbery.
It looked like a National Geographic.
It did.
If he lost 5 pounds just in his bottom lip that hung down.
Oh, Jesus.
My God, what a mess.
Did he have baloney tits and all that?
Oh, disgusting. Yeah.
Right.
Big fat mess, Biz Markie.
Yeah, so
and then they showed them all younger in these old pictures of them, and they weren't all fat when they were kids.
Yeah, because they were fetuses, the pictures.
Yeah. They were sonograms. But,
So they showed Mia and what she's going to look like if she continues eating.
Yeah, they did a computer animation
of
her body blowing up.
And of course they make it just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Blowing up her body.
I think they just superimposed Ralphie May's body on her head.
But, to be on fat, they're round. They're a game on the beach. That's what they are with kids. They're round.
They're opening themselves up for ridicule.
Well,
if there's someone out there going, this is a serious...
Stop
it.
You know what? It's not. It's
a freak show.
Hire an assistant to do this. Smack your hand. Okay, that's the big. You're overweight. In this country, we're just a bunch of babies. Oh, we can accept. we're all say.
It has to.
It's gotten to the point too. These celebrities are just so desperate for attention.
Yep.
Now they'll just ridicule themselves.
They present it under the guise of helping. Again, this reality show. You can't put a reality show on and actually be real about what it's about. This isn't about, let's try to help them lose weight and get healthier. It's let's put a bunch of fat people on a balance scale. That's what it is.
Yeah, because it's not about them losing weight because the payoff's not enough on these shows.
Right.
Because it's not a big enough payoff
Who cares?
in 10 episodes. Okay, so they lose 12 pounds. It's a big deal.
No,
big deal.
Get Ralphie May in a bathing suit and throw him in the pool with an underwater camera so it looks like a
trip
a manatee.
Yeah, a trip to Aqua World.
Yeah.
You know?
Ralphie May gets out of the water. He's got propeller marks on his back from the speedboats in the channel. Sure.
We'll talk to him about this next week. I can't wait.
And he's a great guy. He really
we love
is
him.
a nice guy. He's a funny...
He may have saved our career the last time we was
They
here.
showed his
Really?
chick.
Yeah.
They showed his chick on this show. They showed him at home eating in the kitchen. I'm like, his chick is pretty hot.
Yeah, but you know what his chick said on the show? She's sweet.
She's beautiful, really nice girl.
She goes, I met Ralphie, and it would have been rude if I didn't go out with him. Because it was, what are you talking about? You know, if you met, if you met, what do you call it? The kid from Mask, it wouldn't be rude not to go out. I mean, Ralphie's a great guy. He's a friend. I'm not trashing Ralphie at all. He's really my friend, and I think he's really funny.
Well, she thinks that way because she's from Canada.
It's odd.
The chick is from Canada, too?
Yeah.
It's odd that you would get an attractive, skinny girl.
Yeah.
She's by no stretch of the imagination even chubby. She's skinny. And it's rare that you would get a girl like that hooking up with a fat guy.
Well, maybe she always wanted to be a top. What?
Here's audio of Mia Tyler getting weighed.
Right?
Good evening, Mia.
Hi.
Please step on the scale.
Boing. Spring
Mia,
shoots out.
Tonight, your weight is 210 pounds.
210, baby.
Over the last year, roughly, you've gained a considerable amount of weight, about 30 pounds.
About 35 pounds.
35 pounds.
35 pounds she gained over the past year because she got married. That's the whole deal.
Yeah, that's what she said.
She married the drummer from what band? Damn it. Can't remember.
Mia?
Yeah.
Mia married a rock star, too?
Well,
or whatever.
And he gained 50 pounds since they were married.
What the hell are they doing?
I can't remember the name of the band.
They'll
bring it in. Yeah, really. Just eating. What do you want to do tonight, honey? Eat. All right. Let's go out and eat. Hey, and you're thinking you're thinking if you marry Mia Tyler, I'm sure you're thinking Liv is in there under that fat. Liv Tyler is there. If she just cuts down on eating and gets skinny, because her face looks like Liv Tyler. So if I could just get her to slim down, fast forward a year, she's fatter than when you married her.
And so are you.
Oh, and so are you.
Liv Tyler,
plan
she was
backfired.
Stung by a bee.
Hive.
Right. Yeah, live with an allergic reaction.
Right. She ate too much shrimp.
That's right. That would be a great show. Is you take hot girls that are just trying to lose 5 pounds.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know?
And just ridicule them because they gained a pound.
Yeah,
that would be the way to go.
Just give them an eating disorder.
And you know that's the direction we're going in. It starts with this, but then it's like, you got to top yourself.
Fox's binge and purge.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we weigh you this week, we'll allow you 5 minutes in the bathroom. Good luck.
I'm so fat. You can see her elbow bones sticking out.
So, Tammy, you were up to 50 laxatives a day.
That's great.
Where did it go wrong?
Oh, that's great.
Well, my mother was Lady Di.
Put her on a balance scale with a ferret and it doesn't move.
Wow. Papa Roach is the name of the
Papa
band.
Roach, right.
Yeah.
The drummer from Papa Roach.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
How about you don't pop another donut in your mouth, fatty? Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be a great show.
Hot girls.
All the hot chicks that are losing weight like Mike Brady.
Yeah, just hot chicks. Because, the fat people are going, and they're just trying to lose 3 pounds, and they're going nuts over, I'm on Atkins, and it's not, I just got to lose 3 pounds.
3 more. Fingers down the throat. That's great. Oh, here we go.
One of the contestants getting ready to be weighed.
Kelly, are you okay? Kelly? Oh, she's still in the bathroom. I guess touching up her makeup.
Puking.
Oh, just puking their weight up.
Hey, this just in from one of the guys from Whackbag, so it's got to be true. Those guys are pretty accurate. No, they are, though. The Mets manager just mentioned you on Imus, saying that he listens to you guys all the time.
Stop.
Willie Randolph?
Impossible.
No, Gil Hodges you're talking about.
Willie Randolph?
I don't see Willie Randolph being in our demo, do you?
I don't know. We'll see what see what that's all about.
Hey,
That's
if it's
kinda
Omar,
cool.
that's great. That new GM, he's doing a good job.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Packing
Mets go.
up the Mets.
Let's go, Mets
The Mets
go.
finally acting like the Yankees and buying some talent.
Well, you know what? we should just play What Do We Learn and get the hell out of here for the weekend.
Yeah, look at the time.
We came alive the last hour of the show.
Having a little bit of fun.
A lot of fun. Good way to end the week. We had a lot of fun this week.
I think so.
Kind of happy with the shows we did this week. I think we're heading in a nice direction with this program.
Yes.
Jim from Boston, what's up?
I want to play What Did I Learn?
Okay.
I learned that even a lineman in the playoffs has better hygiene than Sex Bagel.
Oh, right back to the beginning.
Teeth, hawk breath.
It always goes back to the beginning, Anthony.
Jim was listening very early this morning.
If you're just tuning in and you're getting ready for the replay, yeah, the second half of the first hour gets a little uncomfortable. A little bit.
Stay tuned.
We're trying to clean up everything. LazyStern.com. Oh no, never mind.
That's a good site.
Sorry about that. Maybe we'll get to that another day. LazyStern.com.
Oh, thanks for the picture of Ant and the big fat people on the scale.
Okay.
It's the worst.
Ben's Raw Ass, what did you learn on the show today?
Hey, guys. Today I learned that Jews with rabbit teeth make good fill-in hosts.
Yeah, you know.
Rich Voss, man.
Yeah, Voss gets a bad rap at times, but, man, you killed today. He kills on stage. We like to abuse him, but, man, you brought the funny today, Rich.
Stepped up. Had a good time with Rich on the show today.
DVD, richvoss.com.
richvoss.com.
richvoss.com. All right, let's say hi to Pinchy. Pinchy, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, man.
Hey, Jewy Jewstein.
Jewy Jewstein.
Hey, I learned when Lady Di dies, the only person that's going to care is the guy at the liquor store.
There you go.
Jewy Jewstein.
I don't care.
Here's the sounds of Lady Di's death.
Oh, so funny.
Gets to the pearly gates. How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Rob from Long Island. What's up, Rob?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How's that cozy bear doing this morning?
Oh, he's sweeter in the face than ever.
Yeah, he caused a lot of trouble today.
Yes.
Yeah, I learned that in the first week of spring, there's going to be plenty of fresh vagina floating in the air.
The smell of fresh vagina.
I'm going to fuck my sink now, guys. Bye.
All right.
What did he say? Bob Kelly joke. He's going to go fuck his sink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rich, what's up?
Yo, guys, what's up?
Hey.
I learned that Voss's mom pushed him to a gay lifestyle. He said so himself.
He did say so, indirectly. There was something going on there. Dry Hump writes, Voss killed today. I learned from Voss that it only takes a cold English muffin to get anal in Las Vegas.
Yes.
I learned today that the Opie and Anthony Show is the place for sports commentators to try their hand at stand-up and drive a Howard Cosell impression into the ground. That's Javalog J again. I learned today, this is Vanilla Thunder from Philly, throwing feces at the camera doesn't help you lose weight. Voss knows Will Arnett's cock is crooked because he's been swinging on it all morning.
Who's Will Arnett?
Who's Will Arnett?
The guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like him.
Dude, just shut up. You had a really good appearance. Don't blow it with 30 seconds left in the show.
30 seconds left.
Just shut up.
Don't give the message board people to give you an excuse for being stupid.
I'm going to do you the biggest favor. I just turned your mic off. You had a great day.
Ahead.
Because that's all they're going to say now on the message board. Who's Will Arnett? Doughboy, he learned Ralphie May has a meat mud flap. He also learned Lady Di's day consists of glug, glug, glug. And Voss likes to be smashed with a 2x4 while jacking off. Chief from New York, I learned that something is wrong with Voss. He was actually funny today.
Yeah, very good.
Fat Mike Soprano, I learned that Voss dropped the Breakers Hotel. What? Voss dropped the Breakers Hotel and the word insurgents. I also learned that... What?
Don't even try.
Eric, why'd you give me that one?
7.
That was just awful.